Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, it is Zion. This is my ranking of the Bundesliga home kits of the 2021-22 season. Of course, my opinion of these might differ based on yours, but also my opinions could change later on. Honestly, I recorded this video a week or so ago, and I wasn't happy with my energy in it. I was still recovering from COVID, and all in all, it just wasn't a great video. And my opinion on the kits have changed since then, of course, and I'm sure that my opinion on them will change throughout the season. But regardless, we're going to be starting off with number 18, going down to number 1. So I usually like to have LEDs in these videos, but I didn't put them in this time around because they didn't want to change from a certain setting to the one that I usually like. And this setting, I don't think would have been fitting for the video. So in last place, the worst home kit in the Bundesliga for the 2021-22 season, in my opinion, is Hoffenheim. So honestly, I'm not a fan of that whole gradient kind of texture it has. I like the SAP sponsor, and I honestly like the light blue, kind of more so a cyan teal color on the cuffing of the sleeves as well as the collar. I like it, honestly, but it's a Joma kit. Nothing against Joma, except your kits just aren't that good. So I guess that's quite a bit against Joma, perhaps, but all in all, I don't like that texture. I really don't. Like, I know it's not a texture, but it just looks like I could touch it and it'd feel like something. I'm sure that's kind of how everything is. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and move on to number 17. We have Eintracht Frankfurt. And honestly, it's just a collared polo shirt, really. I know it's nothing too special and all that, so that's why it's just lowly ranked. This is the type of thing that you should be able to buy from the team shop. It's just a polo for your dad or something. But all in all, it's not jersey-like to me. I know that there are plenty of collared jerseys out there. I just don't think that this looks quite like a jersey, and it's just boring. Literally, all they did was put red trim right here and a Nike logo on a polo shirt. There's not much on it. Of course, their crest as well. But we're going to go ahead and move on to 16th place. We have Union Berlin. It's a boring kit. I like the around town just based off the fact that it reminds me of SpongeBob when he, quote unquote, brings it around town. But this jersey just doesn't really bring it around town in my heart or in my eyes or in my brain or anything really. It's just plain. It's red and white. Like, come on. You're in the Bundesliga. You retained your spot in the Bundesliga, Union Berlin. Not a bad team. Have had some great performances. But then you come out with a kit like this. It's just disappointing, really. Like, there's a difference between being simplistic and clean and sleek and just being lazy. Like, it's basically just a red shirt with the white Adidas stripes on the top of the shoulders. I mean, I understand it's got the little faint lines in it, but it just doesn't look too great. It's just boring to me. That's what a lot of these lowly ranked kits are for the most part anyways. But we're going to move on to number 15. We have Köln, FC Köln. It's just, I hate it. I just don't like the thin stripes and how they differ from the collar. The color, or I say collar, the cuffing of the sleeves. It's just that thicker bit, and then there's just the thin ones. It's just pinstripes, really. We're going to move on to number 14. We have Mainz. I like the Kappa brand. I like a lot of their clothing, whether it be just streetwear or stuff like jerseys. But I don't think this is too great. And honestly, I think the sponsor in the middle ruins it, the Kommerling Premium Finster. But I don't like that blue that's right there on the top. And I feel like the crest is a bit high. I wish it was a little bit bigger. Honestly, this is the type of kit that could maybe be really highly ranked, but it just doesn't go together well. But we're going to move on to 13th place. We have Greuther Fürth, and I know I'm pronouncing that a little bit incorrectly, but I don't like this kit. I thought I did it first, and I realized that those weren't bats. It's just a weird design. But Julian Green, American legend, not an American legend, but Bayern legend, also not a Bayern legend, plays for this club, and I'm happy for him. I don't know why I really mentioned him, to be honest, but I don't think this kit's that good. It could have been. It was potentially great. I thought it was great until I really looked at it. But you don't see green kits very often. Nonetheless, moving on to 12th place, we have Hearth of Berlin. I really do like this kit, other than that sponsor in the center, the Auto Hero. I know it's their color scheme, but that orange just doesn't fit on this, and the fact that that blue and auto is darker bothers me. It really does, but I understand it's the sponsor. But without it, this kit would be a lot better, or even just a better sponsor, one that's maybe black or white, maybe not necessarily white, but black or gray or blue that's the same color blue. Maybe it'd be alright, but it just ruins it. Auto Hero, you ruined this one. Moving on to 11th place, FC Augsburg. It's a very plain kit, I understand. It's just green and red stripes. But one of the things that really stands out to me, and it's such a faint little detail, is the trimming, that little outline around the Nike swoosh. And I know it's such a little detail to point out, but at the same time, the reason why I don't like it is because my attention gets drawn to that more so than the Augsburg crest. Maybe Nike's okay with that. Augsburg shouldn't be. Maybe I'm just crazy and seeing things wrong. Not a bad kit. It's plain, simple, and I think this is more so on the sleek end of things as opposed to just being boring. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and move on to 10th place, Bayer Leverkusen. It's a good kit. I like the fact that they use a black crest instead of the traditional colors for the crest. A bit interesting considering the fact it's a home kit. A lot of people would probably like the regular crest to be used, but I think that this is still a great alternative. I like the traditional Jayco pattern on the top of the shoulders. It's just a black and red striped jersey for the most part, but it's clean looking. Moving on to 9th place, we have VfL Bochum. I like this kit. I like the fact that the stripes don't just go completely through. I like that they leave it open there for the sponsor. It fits well. It looks good. I like the thick collar, the thick cuffing of the sleeves. It just looks nice to me. It's nothing too remarkable, but it's still a pattern that you don't see very often. Moving on, though, to 8th place, we have SC Freiberg. This is a kit I ranked a lot higher previously whenever I was looking at how I'm doing my rankings or when I was going to record a video and then I didn't like how it turned out. But this kit right here, it's still great. I like the tiger pattern, but at the same time, the more and more I looked at it, the more I'm just like, this is kind of simple. It's a tiger pattern. It's something that just gets copy pasted. This kind of thing happens over and over again. I do like the sponsor. I know it's a bit different and all that. It's kind of big and large, and the crest seems so small on this kit, but it's just a clean jersey to me, and I still think it looks nice. It's 8th place, but that's still pretty high, especially with the nice jerseys that are in this batch. Moving on, though, to 7th place, we have VfB Stuttgart. Lovely kit. Another Jayco kit that's great. I like the fact that the Mercedes logo is right there, dead in the center. That pattern on the sleeves, as well as the little bit of black that's on the top and the bottom of the Mercedes-Benz Bank red background, just really make this kit really pop to me. Same thing with the collar, with the black in the center and then the red, and then it goes to the black there again. Just looks good. Moving on to 6th place, we have Borussia Dortmund. The 1-in-1 sponsor doesn't look too bad. It isn't too big. It's a good size still. And honestly, the Dortmund kits always look good for the most part. And this is coming from a Bayern fan. The black and yellow stripes on the sleeves do remind me of Traffic. But all in all, Traffic can be good. Traffic's never good, let's be honest. But I guess on a kit it is. So it is sometimes good. I'm not going to say it's never good, because it can be. 5th place, though, we have Arminia Bielefeld. I like this kit. These kind of designs, they're so simple, but they're still so complex in my eyes. I know you might look at this and say, this is not complex at all. That's fine. But Macron did a great job on this, in my opinion. I like the blue, the black, the white. That's the only colors. I'm trying to say a bunch of colors. There's only 3 colors on here, but they all just gel together so well. I like how it's so vertical. It just looks clean. Honestly, it's a clean jersey. It's simple. It's the kind of jersey that you'd get in a mystery box 10 years from now for $20, and you'd be like, wow, Arminia Bielefeld? Oh, this is kind of nice. Moving on to 4th place, we have Bull Leipzig. Great kit, simple. Same kit as the away kit, just a different color scheme, which is a bit lame, a bit boring to be honest, but it still looks good. I like it. I don't have too much to say. Moving on to 3rd place, we have Borussia Mönchengladbach. A lot of people might disagree with me on this. I think this is one of the kits of the year. I hate saying it because Borussia Mönchengladbach always destroy us for the most part, it seems like. Jan Sommer's a legend. He's a beast. My Swiss brother, though. But regardless, this kit is just, it's remarkable. It's so clean. I love the shoulders. That little pattern on the shoulders, I like how it doesn't go all the way down. I like how it just cuts off there. The sponsor, Flat X, the orange doesn't throw it off as much as you would think it would. I still think it looks good. I like the outline around the Borussia Mönchengladbach crest. I like that green rectangle. It's so good. It's such a nice jersey. One of the jerseys of the year. Probably won't ever own it because I'm a Bayern fan. But regardless, moving on to second place, Wolfsburg. I previously mentioned that you don't see a lot of green kits, but Borussia Mönchengladbach has the green on it, as you can see. This is definitely a green kit, though. Wolfsburg kits, always beautiful for the most part. The home kits, I love them. I kind of wish the Volkswagen logo was a different color, maybe, but at the same time, I understand they're trying to pop a bit. It's kind of reminiscent of the Netherlands home kit, but it had a bit more of a design. I say a bit more, it did have a design as a full-on lion. Alright, moving on to first place. What's the only team left? Of course, it's Bayern Munich. I'm wearing a Bayern Munich kit. Wow, I am so biased. And honestly, I tried not to be. It was really, really hard for me to choose a kit over this kit because I just think this is the best looking one. The Bayern kits this year are absolutely beautiful, and honestly, if we had chose this home kit right here, then it would have been ranked very lowly because that was what was previously leaked, but we changed it, luckily. But same thing with this kit. Like, if I was to rank the home kits of last season, this wouldn't be number one. It's just this year, Bayern's kits are absolutely amazing. Top tier, all of them. So that's why Bayern's number one here. Of course, we got the 5 stars on there now. I'm glad they didn't put the star on top. They were talking about putting it up here. That would have looked so stupid. I'm glad they just went around. I like the fact that there's the darker red than the lighter red. I like how it isn't just straight across, you know. It's something simple. It just goes down like a little V. Chevrons, pretty much for the most part. And I also like the fact that that tag is red. You know, like the tag on the collar. I like that that's red. I mean, honestly, that's not the whole, oh, that decides it thing, obviously. But Bayern Munich home kit, number one kit in the Bundesliga for the 2021-22 season, in my opinion. If you disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, I do plan on doing more kit rankings. Probably the other 3 leagues that I haven't done, the top 5, which are Serie A, La Liga, and Ligue 1. Probably do the home kits of them, as well as the away kits and the third kits of all top 5 leagues. So, a lot of content to be coming out here soon, as well as a couple of other videos mixed in. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I'm SNL, and adios.